Retail Week Live, bringing you the biggest names and the biggest new ideas in retail for more than 20 years. Chris Brook-Carter, you're the editor-in-chief of Retail Week. Who are the big names lined up for 2015?
Declan, I'm already delighted by the way that the programme's shaping up, and we've got some huge names already confirmed for the event in March, not least of which is Sebastian James, the Chief Executive of Dixon's Carphone, and of course there are possibly been few bigger mergers in the retail sector, and that is really driving the news agenda at the moment. And then at the end of day two, closing, we've got a great close. We've got Mike Coop, the new Chief Executive of Sainsbury's, and again, there aren't many bigger stories than what's going on at grocery at the moment, and he'll be giving us his view of how that sector is shaping up at the moment and how it's responding to some very, very turbulent trading conditions.
And that's the real value of the event, the insight that we get from listening to those big figures.
Absolutely, and it's not just the big names on the main stage as well. We've got some fantastic speakers in our sessions in the afternoon as well. The likes of David Robinson, the COO of Argos. Now there is a business that has transformed itself in the last couple of years, and he has got a great story to tell. We've got the brand expert, Rita Clifton, coming in. As I say, there is a lineup across the 2 days in our stages as well that's going to delight, excite and really inspire people.
So what are the big topics that are going to fascinate us?
Well, I think just like the boardrooms of retailers up and down the country, the 2 days is going to be dominated by the customer and the consumer. That is really at the heart of retail, and that's why we put it at the heart of Retail Week Live this year. But when we've looked at that and broken it up into topics, what we've done is try and reflect the ways that a business is approaching those customers and those consumers at the moment. So we'll be talking about strategy, we'll be talking about international. I think there's going to be a big piece about how retailers are operating at the moment, how they structure themselves around innovation, making sure they're dynamic, able to respond to the really quick ways that consumer behaviour is evolving at the moment. But I also think there's a big piece about culture for us to get into as well. So it's not just about how businesses are operating and how they're structured, but actually how they behave internally. First of all, in order to drive innovative solutions to their customer problems. But also, I think, how do they attract the great talent? How do they attract the best talent in order to build a business that is sustainable in the long term?
So, Chris, why should anyone attend? Why should anyone go to Retail Week Live?
Well, Declan, when we look at Retail Week and we think about its strengths, we use a phrase internally called connected intelligence. And it's this idea that the brand has an unassailable relationship with the industries, and it's able to draw on those relationships to put the very best speakers in front of our delegates. And it's not only those people that are driving their businesses forward now, it's those that are really able to give us a vision of where the sector is going in the future. And it allows our delegates to take real practical lessons back to their businesses to change for the better over the next 10 years. And I think that's not going to be reflected anywhere better than on our new innovation stage, where we are anticipating putting retailers in front of a set of startups who are going to bring some very, very exciting technology into the show and I think really give people an idea of where this industry is going over the next 10 years.
And as someone who's chaired the event many times, I know there's always a great buzz. People get great value from meeting their colleagues.
Absolutely. Declan, it comes back to this word connections again. This is a highly competitive industry, but it is also one built on relationships. And this is the single biggest gathering of retail leaders and the best thinkers all year round. And I think attending this makes it genuinely unmissable.
Chris Brook-Carter, thank you very much.
Declan, thank you.